Hey, what is up everybody, Blades for here, and today I have for you guys another video, Persona 5X. Inside today's video guys, we're going to be going over some pay to win things that you guys can actually buy that's the most bang for your buck, whether you're a low spender, medium spender, and a high spender, as well as some free to play exchange shop items that I would advise a lot of free to plays to go for too. So don't worry, this video is going to be time-stamped. I'm going to have everything time-stamped when it does come down to the pay to win side, and everything time-stamped when it does come down to the free to play side, or just exchange shop in general. So if you guys are interested in this video, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out quite a lot. Y'all have been absolutely amazing, and we're just gonna keep on pushing from here. Now, before I get into this here, as a little bit of a disclaimer, I am not, and I mean this again, I am not advocating for anyone to spend money on this game, okay? If you want to spend money, you very well can. I am not liable of your wallets, all right? I have my own bad decisions I'd be making, or decent decisions for my at least own enjoyment, just like you have your own minds to decide if you want to spend on something or not spend on something. So surely do keep that in mind. At the end of the day, you can play this game totally free to play, and that's how it can be done. Now, got the disclaimer out the way. Can't blame me if you do something dumb. Can't blame me if you actually just do it just because you enjoy yourself. Now we got that there, let's go ahead and talk about it. So for my pay to winners out here, this is where the section's gonna start off. I'll have a free to play section so you guys can skip up to the front of the video if you want, but pay to winners guys, I'm gonna be talking about all the items and exactly what they are, and I'm gonna go over exactly which ones I find are the best use for either low spenders, medium spenders, and high spenders. So if you guys take a little bit of a look-see on my screen in a second, we're going to be actually showing what is it called, the Jox's actual Twitter account here, which he has all of the paid shop items here in order, and I can explain exactly what these are, as well as with the explanations that he has as well. So everything that you do know, once again, this is based on like mainly the KR Elite servers, TW servers. They will be most likely named differently, but they're still going to be the same items, so do keep this in mind. But one of the first thing that we're going to take a look at is the coffee aid set. This is pretty much your monthly pass. You get yourself 300 paid gems, 100 ambers every day, and then of course 30 stamina recharge, aka a coffee, every day as well. This is always nice to have, but that is one of the things. Now of course, Phantom Pass, aka the battle pass. This is something nice. You can go with the standard, which is pretty much 10 bucks, and I think the other one is a 20 or 25, which is pretty decent as well. Now this all the way goes up to at least what is it called, I think it's like technically tier 60, and then anything above that is more or less currency, so surely do keep that in mind. Next, we have the monthly character packs. This is another pack that you can get yourself here, which is 1,000 free to play gems, or just 1,000 like currency in general, 2 espressos, which is 60 stamina, and then 20 character pools. Next thing is the monthly weapon pack, which also has 20 weapon pools, 600 free to play gems, and 2 espressos as well, which is 60 stamina. Another one here, this one is more of a step up pack here, and which is actually going to be one of the ones I'm going to recommend later in the video, but keep this time stamped as well here. If you think about this, this is the character set. Whenever a new character does drop, this set will always be refreshed. Pretty much on the first bot, which is the one that actually is the first step, you get some resources plus 10 character pool. Afterwards, on the second drop, you get yourself some more resources and 25 character pools. And you can do this, I think, once or so. And then the third one, which you can buy 3 times, gets you around 30 character pools themselves and a ton of more resources. So keep this in mind, pretty darn good. Just keep this in mind. I'll go ahead and talk about that soon. Same goes with the weapon set here. These are also a step up pack where you, of course, you have 10 weapon pools, some resources, 25 weapon pools with some resources, and then 30 weapon pools with some more resources. Always nice to have that. Keep that in mind. Next thing we're going to be talking about is the cash weekly pass, which is just a weekly amount of things here. With this here, you get yourself from 42,000 at least in cash, 700 regular gems, and 120 premium gems. Next, we have the coffee drink weekly pass. This is also another good one here with 7 energy bottles, 7 stamina bottles, and 180 premium gems. Now, those are all the ones that are pertaining to at least the current shops, right? The shops that genuinely are something that you're gonna always see inside of the actual, I guess you could say, actual shop market that you guys are gonna see all the time. Reason why I'm saying this is because on KR, stuff like that, they do have exclusive ones such as like this one, and they're not always there. Same as like some of these, they're not always there. We don't know if those packs are for sure going to be on global just yet, but we do know, of course, the ones that are usually there, like this one that I already went over, of course, you guys will easily have these in mind. So let's give some recommendations off right here. For my low spenders, this is your section in the video that you want to pay attention to. I'm going to go back and look at least, what's it called? Najox's actual Twitter real quick and check this out. For my low spenders, the only things I advise you to buy heavily in this game is going to be the Coffee Aid set, which is a $5 set. This gives you, of course, the 300 paid gems, as well as 100 free-to-play ambers every day. This is always nice because if you think about it inside of a patch, let's say your patches are 2 to 3 weeks long, you're getting yourself, at least if you're getting 100, of course, ambers every day for 2 weeks, that's 1,400. If you're getting it for 3 weeks, add the extra 700 on there, which is absolutely amazing. Keep that in mind. Really good to have, and can really add up, especially seeing like it's for a whole month. That's 30 days, guys. A whole month that you have to pass. You're getting yourself around at least 3K in just ambers minimum, and then of course you're getting yourself 30 coffees, which is absolutely amazing. Each one of them being 30 stamina recharge in piece, so surely do keep that in mind. Now, the next thing I would advise you guys, seeing that is $5, so you have a $5 total of USD. The next thing is going to be the battle pass. I would advise getting, of course, if you care about cosmetics, you care about anything like that, I would advise getting the $20 to $25 one here. But of course, if you can't do that, that's perfectly fine. The only thing you're missing out if you can't do that is, of course, usually an exclusive costume, one other free multi, and then 5 gold, or at least not 5 gold, sorry, 5 stamina. But that's about it. If you don't want to do the 25, that's perfectly fine, because you can still do the $10 one, which gets you everything inside the battle pass. You just don't get the extra 10 steps, you don't get the extra 5 stamina, don't get the extra exclusive outfit, or usually an exclusive chat box. You don't get like a frame, a background, and at least a multi. So if you do buy the $20 one, you do of course get some extra incentives, but it's not game changing, right? But by buying the BP, it's actually really needed, because if you see these little things right here, which are these purple coins, those things you get at least, I want to say it says 4 here, which is weird, but you get 5 of these every last battle pass. I guess they're not counting the bottom one, because if you're free to play, you only get 1. But if you buy the battle pass, you get 4 extra, so you get 5 every battle pass. By getting 10 of these, so every 2 battle pass, you can then go exchange at Iwai's shop and get yourself a free 5-star standard weapon. That is something you guys are want to pay attention to, especially if you're going for standard characters like Howler, who is insanely good as a standard unit. You want to be able to get their weapons as free as possible and try to save up all your pools for more of your limited summons. So by only going for at least this, if you're buying just the basic one, you're racking yourself up at least $15 in total so far for at least the monthly and this. If you go for the higher one, which should be I think $20 or $25, you're racking yourself up to either 25 bucks in total or $30 in total. This is all I would recommend for a low spender. If you want to keep this as a monthly deal, 30 bucks or $15 every month, not bad. This is the best bang for your buck. You get yourself a lot of rewards just for doing these 2 items, and that is all I would recommend for you guys. Now, going ahead and talking about my medium styled spenders, the people who really don't mind dropping some cash in here, but are still of course a little bit, you know, shy on some things here. I do advertise, or at least advise, some of you guys for some of these things here. So one of the things that of course I advise you guys, no matter what here, you don't mind spending a decent bit of money here, get the monthly, that's already 5 bucks. Get the enhanced version of this, because of course cosmetics and stuff like that, always nice to have. 10 extra steps, meaning you can get to the currency even quicker and pretty much not have to worry about the BP too much, and you get some extra stamina out of it. So you're getting yourself to around 30 bucks right then, right there, right? You can still go the cheaper way, which is perfectly fine, but 30 bucks right then, right there. The next thing I would advise you guys to buy is not going to be these actual monthly ones. These monthly ones I actually find absolutely useless, so I'm gonna tell you guys to avoid those. If we're just gonna straight up buy anything for my medium spenders, don't worry about those 2. Get these right here. These are the step up packs, which are absolutely amazing. I wish I had the exact amount for this itself here, like the exact amount of how much this is worth. I think if you bought all the packs, which is like one of these are limited, so you get of course 10 with some resources. The step 2 is also limited, so you get 35 now pulls plus some resources. Then step 3 has 3 of them. If you wanted to buy this whole thing out, that's where it gets a little expensive. I think it's like 150 in total for all of this, but you're getting yourself is like 90 character pools just from the third step itself. The third step itself is giving you 90 plus the 25 is giving you a nice, like, I don't know, maybe 110 or so. And then of course you get the extra 10. Always nice to get that. Of course, if you can get all of them, that is always nice to have, though it is on the little bit of the expensive side. So if you ask me, if you just wanted to do this very quickly and you actually get yourself one, get one of each of these packs. I think it should range up to at least 80 bucks or something like that, which is going to be of course 80 in total for that. And then if you went the cheaper side of things, 15 on this, so you're probably ranging yourself around at least $100 right then and there. That's just for the month. Don't want to use too much in this game. These are for my medium spenders. I don't really know how you guys can gauge it. For medium spenders, this is more of that $100 range is probably what I would like to say you guys are having, or at least wanting to give up. That would be the best bang for your buck, because then at that point you got the monthly, you got your battle pass, you're then guaranteeing yourself at least a whole rotation with a ton of extra rewards that are usually directly for that character that you're going to be pulling for, and all of that's going to be helpful. It's like, I mean, you guys check out my screen real quick. Hold on, pull this on up, check out the screen real quick. Just from clicking this, you guys can see what's kind of the little resources that you get. But you get yourself EXP, you get these bottles here that are actually helpful for awakening, you get these bottles that are helpful for awakening, you get these that are used to get up trait skills from 7 to 10, and it only kind of multiplies the higher you go up in the step up pack. So it is very much so worth it. If you only have $100 budget for the month, that would be something I would advise you guys to of course buy, because those are the medium spender standards. Now I don't know everyone's like pay brackets and stuff like that, so of course you have to decide if this is your definition of medium spending. Is it worth it? I would say for a medium spender, especially if you are going for something that's really worth it, those are the only things that's actually worth it. Now if you are a little bit more, I guess you can say, experimental, or a little bit more of a medium spender, don't qualify yourself a whale, but you think you can spend a little bit more than $100, the most I would ask you guys, or at least tell you guys that's probably worth getting, is around $200 or 180. Reason why I say this is because it's going to be the weapon pack. The weapon pack is another one of these that you get the resources, you get the pools, and that's really going to help you guys out. So for example, you guys can go ahead and check back on Twitter here. We have the first pack that gets you 10 pools, the second pack that gets you 25 pools, and the third pack that gets you 30 pools, in which I think you can buy that twice, not 3 times. So you're still racking up yourself a decent bit. Just by buying them all once, you're already almost at a pity for that. And if you buy, of course, the second one twice, you're at a pity and then some. You buy it 3 times, if it is available 3 times, you get even more than just a whole pity. So I mean, like, absolutely amazing, really good. I think it only equates to like 180 for those people who maybe want to be a little bit higher in their spending, being around 200. But I'm only gonna gatekeep like $200 for medium spending or $100 for medium spending, because I don't know everybody's price bracket. I think that's just worth it for at least a monthly, so just keep that in mind. So these 2 packs do refresh every time a new character does come out, so surely do keep that in mind. But I would say if you're going to do this a monthly type of deal, that would be worth it. And then I mean, if you can get the cash packs too, let's say you only want to get this one here, right? So you're already at 100, right? But let's say you want the cash weekly packs. These are really, really good for at least my mid spenders out there. So you get yourself, of course, some extra gems, premium currency, cash, get yourself some extra stamina bottles, some extra energy drinks, and some premium currency. So either way you want to go about it, you have yourself a $100 budget, no matter what, the mandatory things, monthly, BP, and then anything else you can kind of mix match. So maybe you want a pack for the step 1 pack for some pools, step 1 pack for this, and then both cash weeklies. That'll probably range you for at least like 50 bucks, $60. And then of course you can decide from there if you do want to keep on with that at least 100 or 200 price range bracket. Now I've went over that. My large spenders, this is for you guys. large spenders here, I would advise you guys to just everything you see right here, you might as well get it. One, because at this point in time, except for the monthly packs, they're just still not worth it to me. They're every month. Sure, you get 20 pulls out of it and 1,000 free to play gems, but I don't find these being very worth it. They're just not good to me. So I mean, like, that's up to you guys. If you want to buy that, go ahead. I personally do not buy them. I've only bought them like twice, and I found out really quickly that I don't really like buying them very much here. But I'd advise you, of course, if you are a large spender, buy all of these, every last one of these, right? These are your good ones. And then of course, if you guys cut over to my screen on the game here, buy your top-up packs. The same can go for other people. If you want to buy your top-up packs at least once, be sure to go ahead and do so. But for example, for my big spenders, buy the top-up packs once, get a lot of at least worth out of this. They do reset, just like at least other gacha games. So of course, if you're able to get like the step-up packs all the way, be able to get cash weekly, your BP, able to get your monthly, start knocking out packs that are worth it. So go for these, of course, one time, and then everything else will come down to you. So let's say they do have these type of styled packs, knock them out. Don't ever, and I mean this for any of you guys who are spending, don't go for any of the gems here. After you've bought them once, do not go for them again. They're not worth it. They're terrible value. Just go for these packs here, and then maybe wait till they refresh, because I think every week or 2 weeks they will end up refreshing. Keep that in mind. So just keep that in mind. Large spenders, you kind of can do whatever you want, but those are the things I would really recommend. So now that I've gotten through the pay side of at least the video here, let's talk about the free to play side. Yes, it is your turn finally. Sorry I made you guys wait for quite some time, or maybe you skipped here, so you know, it didn't probably take you that long. But for the at least exchange shop, this is going to be something on here that you guys are going to see quite often. Usually the exchange shop, we're going to have these two here, but if there is a like super rerun banner that you can like select multiple characters from and do on there, usually they'll have a third slot like here, right here. But normally you're going to be looking at these two things that you guys want to be exchanging out of this exchange shop. Is going to be anything that is straight up rainbows. So either get the rainbow fates here or get the rainbow coins. Other than that, don't touch anything else. Same goes for whales. I don't even see any of these being worth it for whales. If you have these rainbow shards, go for the established fates, go for the established coin. Only thing that's worth it in here, be sure to do that. As for the gold ones here, anything that is a monthly, right, that refreshes monthly, except for I guess these two, because these two really, in my opinion, just aren't worth it. You're never really going to run out of persona chunks like that, and if you do, of course, there's easy ways to grind them that you really won't have to rely on using these. You'll have more of the other ones. And then of course these aren't really worth it at all because they're random, at least random 5-star or 4-star cards are what they called, even though they're technically the highest revelation cards in here. So these aren't worth getting at all as well. As for everything else, future fates, established fates, wood of desire, which are meant to crown your skills pretty much, S incense, weapon parts, moon beads, even soul gems, biography chapters are maybe, but I would still advise it too. Get those out. If you can get those out, they're going to help you with EXP grinding for at least your characters, having cash on your characters in general, or at least cash on your account, having stuff for your weapons, having stuff for at least your other personas, because these are persona upgrade as well, but or no, revelation card upgrade, that's what it was. Have stuff for your weapons here. You want to make sure you're having stuff to upgrade your talents. Those are going to be the big wigs of the exchange shop from this one. Be sure to knock these guys out. That's going to be worth getting. Do not, once again, do not exchange any of these that do not have a monthly thing on them. It's just not worth it. You're wasting too many. If you're a whale, go ahead, knock yourself out. But if you are not a whale, even if you're a mid spender, do not use any of at least your what's it called, exchange materials on any of these non-monthly type things, and don't use them on these two. It's just generally not worth it. So I wanted to buy all 30 of these. That's 3,000. That is a lot of at least of that dust. And this, the only reason I have so much of this dust is because a lot of my 4 stars, if not, no, all of my 4 stars actually are A6. And then some of my 5 stars are also A6. With the amount of times that I have summoned, I can get a ton of these really quick and a ton of these really quick. So no matter who you are, do not get these two. It's not going to be worth it. try to only use them on the monthlies. Please, I promise you it'll be worth it. Now, next exchange shop thing for at least free to players and whales out there. If you very well can, you're going to eventually get these type of things for your exchange shops. These are going to be very much so worth it. They look like these type of tokens. They're going to be red, but these are allowing you to get things for wonder, different dagger. What I'd advise you to do when you're picking a dagger, pick one that is specifically meant for your team. One that's just good in general. Is this like an ancient force field one that is really good, because it really establishes more of the debuff side or element side. Gonna be very helpful. I would advise you guys getting that one, or whenever the astral orb one comes out, get that one. Be careful with this material. You only get it every like 2 weeks up to 3 weeks, and you also only get them for events. Be careful when using this. Don't use them willy-nilly. Now, when it comes down to at least the exchange shops in the what's called persona one, I would advise you guys with these, only get personas that you truly do need. Try to get at least one of each persona, to be honest, unless the persona is absolutely busted with a passive. But try to get one of each persona, because then you at least will have that basis for wonder in any of his actual skill upgrades. Keep that in mind. Short and sweet with this one. And then everything else, I'm pretty sure many of you guys can know what to get out of here, because there's nothing really too crazy. This is also a monthly thing. Get the monthlies, get the dagger little potentials that you can get. Of course, that's obvious with those. You guys want to get those all out. Everything else though, just stick with monthlies. Don't really have to do anything else with this, and it's very easy to know what you guys got to do for those three. But anyways, if you guys have any further questions for this, free to play, pay to win, any other things that you guys want to say, like let's say you're maybe you don't qualify yourself, or you don't say that you're a whale, but you have a $300 limit, what would you buy? Ask me down below in the comment section. I'll try to help you guys out as much as possible. If you're a somewhat low spender, but instead of only wanting to spend $30, you can spend 50 or 70, let me know down below in the comment section, and I'll try to hook you guys up with some packs, or tell you what packs are really useful. But till then, everybody, thank you for watching, and peace out.